What did your boss say to you that resulted in you immediately resigning? I worked IT support at Morrison & Associates, a mid-sized law firm in downtown Seattle. My boss, Kevin, was one of those middle managers who thought being cruel made him seem powerful. He'd micromanage everything, take credit for my work, and talk down to anyone he perceived as beneath him. The guy literally made people ask permission to use the bathroom. It was a normal Thursday afternoon in November when my phone rang. The caller ID showed my neighbor, Mrs. Wong, an elderly woman who never called unless something was seriously wrong. She'd lived next door for 15 years and barely spoke English, but we looked out for each other. "Your house is on fire," she said, her voice shaking with panic. "The fire trucks just pulled up. It's bad, honey. Really bad. You need to come home now." My heart stopped. I could hear sirens wailing through the phone, voices shouting commands. I grabbed my keys and jacket, running straight to Kevin's corner office. Through his floor-to-ceiling windows, I could literally see thick black smoke rising from my neighborhood just 6 blocks away. The whole sky was turning gray. "Kevin, my house is burning down," I said, bursting through his door without knocking. "I can see the smoke from here. I need to leave immediately." He didn't even look up from his computer screen, just kept typing some email. "Did you finish the server backup I assigned you this morning?" "What? Kevin, my house is literally on fire right now. I need to go see what's happening." He finally looked at me with that condescending smirk I'd grown to hate over 3 years. "That's not what I asked you. Did you finish the backup or not?" I stared at him in complete disbelief. "No, I haven't finished it yet, but my house is burning down. I need to—" "Then you're not going anywhere," he interrupted, leaning back in his leather chair. "Your personal problems don't magically stop work from happening. The backup needs to be completed before you leave this building, period." Mrs. Wong had texted me a video. I pulled out my phone with shaking hands and showed him the screen. Flames were shooting through my Kitwong window. Firefighters were spraying massive streams of water on what used to be my roof, and my neighbor was crying as she filmed the destruction. Kevin glanced at the video for maybe 3 seconds, then actually shrugged. "Look, insurance will handle whatever damage there is, but this backup affects the entire firm's operations. We have priorities here." That's when something clicked in my brain. A cold, calculating calm washed over me. I had administrative access to everything in that building. Every server, every database, every single file that made this place run. "You know what, Kevin? You're absolutely right," I said, walking around his desk to his computer. "Work comes first. Let me finish that backup right now." "Wait, what are you doing?" he asked nervously as I started typing rapidly on his keyboard. "Just finishing that backup you wanted so badly," I said, navigating through the system directories with practiced efficiency. "Oh, this is interesting. Looks like I'm accidentally selecting delete all instead of backup. Silly me must be distracted by my burning house." His face went from confusion to pure horror as he realized what was happening. Years of client files, case histories, billing records, partnership documents, and confidential correspondence started disappearing from the servers in real time. "Stop! What are you doing? Stop right now!" he screamed, lunging for the keyboard. I stepped back and smiled genuinely for the first time in months. Oops, guess my personal problems really did affect my work performance after all. The entire system crashed with a satisfying blue screen of death. Kevin was frantically trying to restart everything, his face bright red and sweating through his expensive suit. "Consider this my resignation," I said, tossing my security badge and building keys on his desk. "And Kevin, next time someone's house is burning down, maybe show a little human decency." I walked out as error alarms started blaring throughout the building. Through the windows, I could see Kevin desperately trying to explain to the senior partners why their entire digital infrastructure had just vanished into thin air. My house was a total loss. Everything I owned was gone, reduced to ash and memories. But watching Kevin get fired the next day while I collected unemployment and planned my next career move almost made it worth the sacrifice. Insurance covered the house rebuild. Kevin's career in law never recovered from that disaster.